Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. So today we're going to be going through the Grand Palace of Hu'Xzoi to try and stop Nagmalada from getting to the Chamber of Eventide and making a horrible mistake, as Prish puts it. And also, as we found out last time, it would seem that Calm Wind can't actually hear the voice of the Zalartian king telling him to come into the palace, and all the others can for some reason. Dun 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 dun. This is actually a kind of... It's not that hard of a mission, but it's kind of like a weird, weirdly difficult, like time-consuming, and like you can't just like sneak and run through here. You have to go a specific way around, and you have to occasionally escort quasi-lumens so they can open doors for you. You see, we got all this stuff going. We more or less have to work our way around, I think going north, and basically we gotta go north all the way around to the other side, and I think down to that southwestern bit. And those blue marks on the map are teleporters. But why did I summon Shantato too? I mean, she's probably smarter to bring. She'll kill stuff faster than Tenzin maybe. But I want my Tavnasian, my Chins Promethea themed party. Even though I don't have a Tavnasian themed trust or tank trust. I don't think there's a Chains of Promethea NPC trust we can get that's a tank. So it's kind of sad, but let's see. Want to see? Yeah, we got to go like all the way north, and then we got to jump in a teleporter. Or something like that. Okay. So I guess, is the door already open? These doors like disappear sometimes. Here we've got Graz. And Graz are non-aggressive while they're in the ball form, but when they change to another form, they become aggressive. Uevis, or Uvis, I don't know how to say it. They're like a flower monster, and they teach a skill that allows Blue Mage to chain affinity self-darkness at level 75. If you have the mythic weapon skill for Blue Mage, which we don't have yet, but we could get eventually someday, probably. I guess we actually want to go all the way north, but I think we're gonna wind up having certain parts of this place like damaged or like unavailable to us, in addition to having to occasionally escort quasi-lumens to open the doors for us. So it's like a whole thing, but we'll figure it out. Man, I'm surprised none of these Graz have been out of ball form yet. They don't just stay in ball form. They go back and forth like every minute or something. Okay, so I guess there's no way. Yeah, we can't just run straight there. So we're gonna have to like branch off into one of the other wings and take one of those teleporters, and it's kind of like an up-down thing to go across, like to traverse. So I can't remember what Blue Mage spell you can learn from Graz, but I'm pretty sure there's I think it's a spell called Actinic Burst, which is like it's an AoE version of Flash. That would be the first door we've got to get a Quasi-Lumen to open for us. Now, I don't remember completely if Quasi-Lumens are aggroed by Airns. I know they're aggroed by Graz. But you can talk to the Quasi-Lumen to stop its progress at any point. And you don't have to open doors for it, I don't think. And I'm not sure exactly what happens if it dies, other than you have to go back and get it again. Okay. And sometimes I think they go through the actual door, but most of the time they just... Oh, these pots. These pots are actually hostile. Yeah, there's a day. They aggro you whenever their big eye side is pointed towards you. And they occasionally flip their segments around. I think they count as Arcana, but I'm not sure. Everything in C is divided into two different monster families, Luminians and Luminions. And, as you can see, the Quasi-Lumens can die. But they have about 1,000 HP, so they don't, like, die in one hit, usually. Usually. Sometimes, some stuff can be powerful enough to kill them, like if a Gra casts magic, or, an AoE, enough AoEs hit them. But, yeah, we just gotta go for the teleporter now. Oh, Gra's changing. It's a bird Gra. Yeah, Gras can have, different elemental cores, so they all have access to different elemental magic. And Gras are actually relatively weak inside of here. I remember being able to solo them on Warrior at 75 if I had a little bit of luck. It wasn't consistent, but I could do it. And one of the monsters that you used to farm in here is spawned by getting 12 Gra M chips, which are a rare drop from any Gra. These Luminian chips, on the other hand, sorry, I got interrupted. Someone came up to ask me a question. I got a new air fryer, and I haven't used it yet. And my old man wants to use it to cook a rotisserie chicken. And I didn't even know it came with a rotisserie spit, because it wasn't advertised on the thing. I just got it so I could have crispy French fries and pizza and stuff. Oh look, there's some open UVs or whatever. When they're open, I believe they're aggressive. They have some pretty nasty TP moves, but for the most part, they aren't that bad. Also, everything in here, I'm pretty sure, is like only goes up to being tough, which means like level 77 to 78. I think the Airns might be very tough. It's really not that bad in here. It's just there's no way to actually sneak by. And map acquisition here actually used to be the same as in the outside. You find different Quasi-Lumens all throughout. And they, once you talk to all 10 of them, you get a map. Oh, there's a Gra M chip. I might try to fight the Jailers. Instead of Sky Gods, you have Sea Jailers. they're like jailers of virtue or something. And there's the jailer of faith, the jailer of fortitude, the jailer of prudence, jailer of hope, jailer of justice, jailer of love, and jailer of did I already say hope? There's 7 of them, right? 7 virtues to reflect 7 sins, or something like that. But you need like, I think it's like 12 Gra M chips and something else to get that thing. Employ matter transfer devices within each tower to descend to the lower levels. Okay. And back in the old days, we used to wait as these pots would spin until the small eye was pointed towards us and just run by them. No one wanted to fight those things in the old days. Even when you came through here in a giant group, because you could actually do this quest in a whole alliance. And sometimes Link Shells would do that as like its own event. And when I did this, it was the group I beat Tenzin with the next day, along with a second group. So 2 parties, it was like 12 people. And I think a few people who had already beaten Chains of Promathia joined us. And oh, there's obstruction. We can't just go that way. We gotta go the other way. Dun dun dun. And the side aggro range on the pots are pretty low. They're pretty easy to sneak by if you actually give a fuck. Gras, on the other hand, are like true sound and will aggro you from pretty far away. I don't think any of these count as Arcana, but I might as well try. Tenzin, killing. You know, people told me that there were no really good melee trusts, but I gotta say, Shikori Z and Tenzin seem like a really good melee combo. Like, they don't hit exceptionally hard, but like, Shikori Z comes with all the white mage skills, and they both get TP fast as fuck, because Tenzin's a samurai, and she apparently just has like a really high TP game. And yeah, these Gras look pretty damn cool. Like there's like this wavery energy around every hexagonal piece that makes up their body. Yeah. We want to hang on to the Luminian chips. I think there's a quest that involves trading some of them. But more importantly than that, there's weapons we can get from the jailers if we're actually able to kill any of them that are powered by an ammo slot item that you can get for trading in organs and Luminian chips. Or Luminian chips. Like, it's just the word minion with Lu in front of it, so I'm pretty sure it's Luminion, but I've said Luminian like my whole life so far, until now, until I actually thought about proper pronunciation. Okay, so there's a Sermit portal there. That means we're gonna have to probably escort another thing. Yeah, like, look at this. Like, Tenzin and Shikori Z both seem to get TP every single time I fight. And these things aren't exactly, like, hard to kill, so... When we can get the 5th trust, I mean, it might just be, this might be the setup. Like, Tenzin, Shikiryu Z, and then like Shantato too. Fast skill chains, fast magic bursts. And we gotta find whatever door has the Quasi-Lumen in it. It's probably, since we can't actually... Like, that's where we just fought the UVs, right? So it's probably a room like that, but closer to the elevator. If I remember right, the Jailer of Temperance can spawn in here. It's a blues a day, and its special thing about it is it changes its damage type resistances by what it has out. Like when it has those rings out that today just pulled out. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, when it has the rings out, it only takes slashing damage. When it has nothing out, it only takes blunt damage. And when it has poles out, it only takes piercing damage. And that means that like warrior is the best thing to fight against it. Particularly a warrior that has, you know, like club skill and really good clubs and great axe skill and then pole arm skill. Alternatively, I mean, any job will work that can use multiple weapons. Most jobs can. Like if we were gonna fight it on Dark Knight or something, Dark Knight has like, you know, scythe or greatsword for slashing, and then a bit of dagger skill for piercing. Although the dagger weapon skills Dark Knight can use kind of suck. And then we've got like really low club skill too. I guess we'd have clubs. Warrior's generally better though, because all the weapons Warrior can use, except for hand-to-hand and ranged options, they're all B- or higher. So they have really high skill on all the physical weapons. Trying to think about what other jobs would be really good for it. Monk is obviously the best for its blunt phase. But you got to be careful, because some monk weapons are actually considered slashing damage. That door wouldn't have opened without the Quasi-Lumen moving. I don't know which way the Quasi-Lumen's going to go. And there's Aben panels there, and they don't do anything. And for a long time, people thought that one of the ways that, like, the secret to beating Absolute Virtue was to, have 5 different people in Grand Palace of Hu'Xzoi at the Ebon panels, and then 5 other people in the next area on the inside, also touching the Ebon panels. And that was patently just false. It didn't do anything. The Ebon panels, they don't do anything. I think like one of them has a cutscene associated with it. And that's it. Like all the rest of them don't do jack. They're like one of those things that was added in to be a mystery that they might add to later, and then they just never added to it. Like that's the size of it. That's the whole shebang. So it's passed up another shut door. We got 2 options. Either it'll go this way, or it'll go this way. And there's no Zday in there. So it looks like it's going this way. My nostrils kind of burning like I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh. I don't feel the sneeze coming on. Portal to the east. Okay. Is it always going to be a portal to the east? Hell if I know. But I'm pretty sure we have to go to the southwest tower. Like that's where we gotta go, I think. It's been a long time. I don't know how often or what causes UVs to open. You gotta watch out for these little corner rooms. Sometimes they have the days in them and they'll aggro you. As you like round a corner. I'm surprised that one that transformed into a spider didn't aggro us. I remember my friend Ko in my in-game link shell that was helping me with chains. She told me that someone could solo the escort portion of this mission if they were just careful enough. But I don't think that's the case back in the day, because you're gonna have trusts, and like maybe Red Mage could solo the pots ahead of time, the days, but I don't think so. There's also some air notorious monster in here that's called like IX apostrophe monk, so Ix monk. Or well, it's actually just called Ix Aaron, but it's a monk. And I can't remember what it drops. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of cape, as well as some sort of pop item for one of the jailers. There's 3 total Ix Aarons spread out through this zone and the next one. There's an Ix Aaron that's a Dark Knight. There's an Ix Aaron that's a Dragoon. They all have different spawning conditions, and they're all pretty tough. And I think they all drop rare exclusive capes that focus on 3 different magic skills. I don't remember which skill is on which cape, but these were some of the most desired mage pieces by mages back in the day, because magic accuracy on gear was like unheard of for the most part, and skill was the only way to get more accuracy on your spells. And if we killed any slower, I would probably stop the Quasi-Lumen from moving, but I think we'll be fine. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. Okay, there we go. I hate when that happens in this game, when, like, you start, like, you get a monster way down, and then, like, you just need one more hit to kill it, but then you just start missing, and everyone in your party just starts missing, and, like... It takes a lot longer to just finish it off than it ever should have. Drives me mad. Flood, huh? Thanks for the offer, but I'll have to pass. Yeah, long spells like that is why I could sometimes solo Graz on like Warrior back at 75, because like an ancient magic spell takes like, I don't know, 8 or 9 seconds to cast or something. It takes a while to cast. And you usually get like 2 or 3 attack rounds off if you have haste gear. And so a lot of the time I could interrupt the spell, especially if I used like a stunning weapon skill like Smash Axe or Leg Sweep from Polearm. Although that kind of strategy would be for saving for stunning a Goth 3. But I used to, when like I didn't have anything better to do, like I was waiting on an EXP party or waiting on an LS event to start or something, after I got C access, I would sometimes just come down to Grand Palace of Hu'Xzoi on Warrior, and I would just sit in a hallway where like 1 or 2 Graz spawned, and I would kill them and then rest. And kill them and rest and kill them and rest. And usually by the time by the time my resting was over, I would be good to go. Like, the respawn would occur. There's the poles. I think Reactor Cool is a blue mage spell you can get from these guys. Confirmation. Yep, we go down this way now, and then once we get back to the top, I think we run along to the north. I think it's pretty clear, cut and dry from there, but there's probably another escort or two to do. And what could be really bad about this mission is if you didn't bring any way to re-raise yourself and you die in here, you know, you have to redo everything. There's no, like, progress being saved as you go. There's no, can we just run to the Ebon panel room? You must move closer to investigate. It appears to be some sort of device. And that's all these things ever say. Man, Tintin and Shikari Z can weapon skill faster than I can, and they don't even have haste gear. It's ridiculous. Of course, I hit way harder than they do. Yeah, Actinic Burst. That's a blue mage spell you can get from these guys. It's really good. It's a really good spell. Especially for when you have tons of aggro. You just use Actinic Burst, and then for like 15 seconds, the accuracy on everything around you gets minimized. It's really nice. There's a lot of really nice blue mage spells in the game. Tenzin must have missed. Yep, Tenzin missed. What a rube. Yeah, aggro me, you stupid pot. What's kind of nice is when you finish this mission, or maybe it's the mission after this one, there was a door to the west at the very start of this that you can't go through right now, but later you can go through, and it leads to this side already. And so you could, people that came to help with the fight that's at the end of this, like patrols or whatever, they would just go through that door and wait at the end, basically, or wait for the group to get to them that was actually doing the escorts and the long way around that everyone's forced to take. Although I'm sure some folks just like clippered their way through the obstructed hallways or something and skipped like all the escorts or something. Once again, cheaters prosper. Like, it's really sad. Like, it really is. Like, there's just so many advantages you can get in this game that like people don't even think about that aren't cheaters. And, like, the only reason I even think about them is because I moderate a forum where people talk about them all the time, or talk about, like, cheats people used to do, most of which people still do. wrong way. Sure enough, I gotta go around. Go figure. I thought this was the right tower to come to. Let's see if we can't just skip this one. Yeah, did we make it? Did we make it? No, we did not make it. It's okay, though, because... we got the fastest weapon skill and trusts in the West. Or the East, for that matter. Let's see. Do we run around the outside, or do we have to go through the... We might have been able to run through the center, I don't know. Man, our food's already wearing off. I didn't think it had been an hour yet. I thought the high quality version lasted for an hour. I could have sworn I ate it at the start. Nope, just 30 minutes, okay. Kinda sad, but whatever. Oh, and the core of a Gra, when you see its, you know, its element or whatever, that means it's basically or practically immune to that element. So like this Gra's Thunder Elemental, we wouldn't have been able to stun him. And like, that kind of sucks, man. Okay, let's see if we can't sneak around. We wait for the eye to look, the eye to look, the eye to look. And we go, and we go, and we go. And will we make it? And we make it. We did make it, but it's just a quasi-lumen here. Celestial defense mechanism deactivated in city sector. Royal family directive required to deactivate Grand Palace of Hu'Xzoi and Garden of Ruh'met defenses. Okay. So yeah, we do have to run through the center, it looks like. Which means... Didn't I kill that pot just a second ago? How is it already back? I don't think respawn times are that fast in here. Although, I guess one problem with these trusts is they get TP so fast. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like they're, either of them are trying to skill chain. The skill chains are just incidentally happening. Which, I mean, doesn't matter to me. Also seems like Shikari Z is not waiting till 2000 TP to close skill chains. Looks to me like she's getting TP and then just fucking skill chaining. Which... or, well, weapon skilling, so, I mean, I don't got a problem with that. But it seems like her trust page is inaccurate. Okay, we're gonna get past both of these Gras without getting, okay, cool. Also, obviously, as follows with most other elemental things, the Gras are not only nearly immune to the element that they are, but the elements that element is naturally resilient to. So, like, if it's an ice elemental Gra, then it's resilient to ice and wind. And if it's, you know, like a stone elemental Gra, then it's resilient to lightning and stone. So that's 40 minutes, so I don't think that one's just going across the way to the day one. But I guess we'll see. Back in the day when you would escort these things, you know, you can talk to it to stop it from moving. And, you know, you'd have to fight things. You'd have like a couple people going with the quasi-lumen to control it, usually your backline mages, And you'd have your front line running up ahead to kill Graz and Zadays. And, also, oh yeah, okay, I don't think West Bash did get it. Huh. Come on, swing the scythe. We got a quasi-lumen to follow. To possibly tell us stop. But more or less, you don't have to actually be near the quasi-lumen for it to just continue on its path. It won't actually stop moving unless you tell it to. And since Airns are non-hostile, you don't need to even worry about them. And you can just run ahead and kill the Graz and Zadays yourself. Although, I guess maybe the Zadays come back really quickly or something? Damn. They did a level 2 into a level 3. Axial Bloom, and we are bound. How about that? Okay. Well, since we're bound and... Oh wait, no, the Quasi-Lumen's already caught up. Damn. Okay, unbind, unbind. Unbind! I want to run ahead of it. I want it to be behind me. Oh, and we're stopped by the door. It's okay, though. Now, it said 40 minutes for its thing, and I don't think it would ever, in any stretch of the imagination, take 40 minutes to just go up. So I'm wondering if it's just going to continue north, or if it's going to go to the west. I assume it's just going to continue north. Like, I could imagine back in the day that a little bit of time taking like 10, maybe 15 minutes. But like, these days, nah. No way, man. Man, how does Uriel Blade reach that far? To aggro the frickin' UV we don't even actually need to fight. What the fuck? Killed the damn thing. Luminian tissue. That's kind of like a Luminian chip, but biological, since UVs are biological. That's kind of like the only defining factor in C, is half the monsters are living tissue and the other half are like arcana that's not considered arcana. They're robotic life or artificial life. A mass of tasteless, odorless, transparent Luminian cells. I like how it leads with tasteless, like implying that our character was just like, what does this taste like? What does this lump of gray fat taste like? Oh, nothing. Huh. Crystal power supply to palace restricted to minimum level. Matter transfer devices and towers operational. We kind of get like some status updates if you talk to the quasi-lumens. Let's see, we got ours a day. That's probably where this one's going. Light skill change. I'd love to see it. Oh, that's not the scythe weapon skill I meant to use. Man, Spiral Hell sucks. Okay, I don't see the, I don't see the Quasi-Lumen. Transfer to final security portal, access to complete. You hear a portal open to the north. Huh. Thought for sure it would go to the one with the Zday in it, but I guess maybe the one with the Zday in it's for a different Quasi-Lumen or something? I don't know. But I think that was the final escort. She's making light a lot. Maybe she is skill chain saving TP to skill chain. But I don't see how she could be saving to 2000 or whatever. That's how frequently she is doing it. I guess one bad thing about her is that because she's a light mage, she's stopping her damage to get rid of minor debuffs that we don't actually care about. Both from herself and from others. Of course, in some situations, that's actually kind of a boon. Because some of the white mages trust, you know, like they won't actually use Cure 5 or whatever until they'll prioritize stat ailment removal over healing, like sometimes. So there's another Quasi-Lumen over there, but we need to just go to the teleporter. My man. All this getting flashed. Stop flashing me, you jerks. Man, we're getting a lot of Gra M chips. This is ridiculous. I don't think they sell for anything anymore. You can't sell them on the auction house as far as I'm aware, although that might have changed. But you can bazaar them. And I remember people used to bazaar Gra M chips for like 50k per chip or something. And that was another thing I did. Like if my Link Shell didn't actually need Gra M chips, like they had no interest in doing, I think it's the Jailer of Fortitude that you have to use them for, I would just bazaar them. And honestly, they didn't sell very well, but they sold well enough. They sold well enough to make it a consideration. I just want to talk to that Quasi-Lumen. Like, we already have the map because they changed things, and you can just buy this, you know, map from another dimension in Bastock markets now, but it's really making it easier to record and get through it, because I don't have to keep looking back at the wiki maps. Possible rupture in Chamber of Eventide. Access to research facilities prohibited. Wait, did you aggro us or not? Eh. I'm not gonna chance it. Yeah, for some reason back in the day I didn't realize the party music for fighting in Chains of Promathia zones. I didn't realize it was just like a party music thing. And I got super disappointed when I fought solo NC that I just got the generic battle music. I was just like so hyped up by Chains of Promathia battle theme that I did we get past it? We did, cool. And that's when I learned that every zone and every expansion has like its own party battle theme that you hear when yeah, that was, oh, I double attacked and only hit the double attack. You can tell that that happens when your weapon skill lands, but still like it's really low damage and you get like almost no TP back. Because double attacks and triple attacks and stuff on weapon skills, when they activate, they add a 1.0 FTP modified hit to the weapon skill, which means it's a stronger than normal hit. But the TP return from it is only, and these days it's 10, back in the day it was 1. And so it didn't really matter too much, TP return wise. And I guess it wouldn't hurt to save up some TP, because we're going to have to fight a boss. Alright, we killed it. Cool, awesome. Have I gotten 2 merit points just like doing this mission? I guess we do get a lot more EXP these days. Oh, dang it. Guess we gotta go around and through or something. But yeah, we just gotta go straight south now. And we'll be where we need to go. Or be. Yeah, I'll just save my TP again. Let my trust do all the weapon skilling. Yeah, that should have made light. I guess maybe Tin's weapon skill too fast. The trusts that aren't set to skill chain, they almost never get the timing correct. It's almost always too fast. But occasionally it lines up. They get TP when that's good. Man, these trusts kick ass. I don't even have Shintato out. Of course, these monsters are only like a few levels ahead of us, so it's to be expected. Okay, so we just run south, but past another Ebon panel that most likely does nothing. Appears to be some sort of device. Oh, nope. We gotta go all the way around. Go figure. Utilizing the crystal's versatile energy, the towers were reconfigured into weapons during the battle with the worms. Okay, so I guess maybe the towers of Alteu were able to shoot lasers? It's too bad we never see that. There's a lot of, like, my one complaint, one of my major complaints to the story in Chains of Promathia is they tell us a lot of shit. Like, they tell us a lot of shit. Like, they just told us that. Like, the towers are lasers that fought, you know, that they fought Bahamut with. But, like, we never see it. There's no cutscene, like, where Bahamut is getting shot at by Alteo lasers. I mean, there's that painting, I guess. That painting at the start. That had, like, little white tendrils shooting out and, like, grabbing Bahamut. But those are, you know, described by the story as the Chains of Promathia, so it makes you think Promathia did it. But that would seem to be not the case. God damn it. Yeah, I'm mostly fighting all this stuff instead of, like, expertly trying to dodge it or waiting for it to turn into balls. Because it would take longer to wait for it to turn than it would to just go and kill it. So. I love the sound effect for jump. I love how it looks too. They did a really good job at making it snappy and cool. And if I'd known there were this many, I would have started saving up TP a little bit later. Yeah, they Is that the second Garad to hit us with water than 3? Like, on this floor? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the way I was supposed to go. I don't know, for a second there I thought, I thought, oh no, did I hit a dead end somehow? I was like, nope, nope, nope. No dead ends for you. Now, when we check that one, though, I believe we will spawn the boss we gotta fight. So we want to put out dread spikes and get ready to do some absorbs. Okay, Ixgra. Stone to 3, huh? Starting with stone. What a slut. What a slutty slut. Of course, it's already almost dead, so not nearly as hard as the guide was making it out to be. The guide was like, it's possible to solo at level 80 with thrusts, but recommended to be higher level or whatever. Fancy door. Why? Why would she be in the chamber? Oh, it's Evenwhile. Nagmalada. Has even the Dawn Maiden come to know the icy grasp of emptiness? Has the great goddess Altana finally abandoned us to our hopeless destiny? No, Nagmalada. Lady Evenwhile has become the instrument of Altana's will. Swing. Oh, Celtu's got wings. Must have drank a Red Bull. If the plans of the terrestrial avatars and the Kulu were to fail, this was the last line of defense. She has attempted to absorb the emptiness pervading the Chamber of Eventide and destroy it along with her own existence. Why would she do such a thing? To prevent the coming of the Keeper of the Apocalypse, Promathia has been reborn. What the hell? Promathia was only supposed to come back if Altio fell to Vana'diel. Bahamut himself said so. Then allow me to correct that statement. The incarnation of the Twilight God has been resurrected. The incarnation? The Keeper of the Apocalypse is the instrument of Promathia's will. And Promathia's will is the emptiness. The vessel that was destined to hold that darkness is among us once more. The incarnation sought to fill itself with emptiness. And that emptiness was found here, a source of darkness drained from many Kulu during the perfection of the Chamber of Eventide. A darkness greater than that of the intended Keeper was unwittingly focused in this place. This source of emptiness, if left unchecked, would lead to the resurrection of Promathia, thus the attempt of Lady Evenwhile to send it into oblivion along with her own life. And yet you let her commit this act! Lady Evenwhile is not to blame. She built the Chamber of Eventide in the name of love. She tried to rescue us from our fate. You speak the truth. We Kulu are at the beginning of all this. That is why I absorbed the emptiness from the chamber. I sealed it within me and departed this life. You died, but you're still... Phoenix was with you, right? She brought you back to life. Miss Maldarian came to the same conclusion. When the emptiness dies with you, it will be born again in another form. That's why you sealed it within you, like I did with my magicite. Yes, however, that act was a dangerous gamble. With the creation of this new world, Bahamut lost his power, and I could do nothing but flee the incarnation of the Twilight God. I was trapped here, unable to return to Vana'diel. It was then that Lady Evenwhile released the blinding light of her life force to bind the incarnation within the audience chamber. Excuse me. Exhausted by her efforts, she fell into eternal dream. How could this have happened? Is not paradise meant to be the realm of the gods, overflowing with the blessed light of the crystals? Are we not supposed to gain a higher dimension of existence to attain perfection? Although it is sustained by an amplified shard of the Mother Crystal, this world is not the perfect paradise of legend. And neither are you ready to be perfect warriors of the crystal. Both you and this world lack the full blessing of the crystal's light. So what the hell are we supposed to do? You must pass through the Gate of the Gods and visit the 5 towers of the Garden of Ruh'met. Those towers are bathed in the light of the Mother Crystals. They were built to cleanse the 5 forms of darkness from a person's soul. If that light illuminates the darkness that lurks in the deepest corners of your being, only then may you stand a chance against the incarnation of Promathia. Celtus, have you finally worked up some enthusiasm for this battle? I do not know. I no longer experience any emotion. I realize this may be an unwelcome fact, but you must be prepared. The 5 forms of darkness are but wispy shadows in comparison to the abyssal void of the emptiness. It is a complete and implacable foe. Your victory in this battle is not assured. What can I do, though, is show you the truth. Everything will be revealed on the highest level of the palace. If you are still ready to fight when the time comes, I will join you in the struggle to save the world. Come, the path beyond the gates of the gods await. Dun, 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 dun. And now we can access the final zone of Chains of Promethea. Let's go, Calm Wind. But first... Hey, Nagmalata! Take it, leave me be. I must inter Lady Evenwhile within the Uhapat obelisk. She cannot return to the crystal from here. Ah hell, don't think this means I've forgotten anything. All your betrayals, the Moblin massacre, I'll be waiting to make you pay. Yeah, it just turns out that Nagmalata was a minor and slightly annoying antagonist. And, doo-doo-doo. Now we basically just gotta go back outside. Although the easiest way to just go and come back or whatever would be... man, we got a lot of attack power for being level 75. 1205 attack. Ridiculous. I remember back in the day, attack display on the equipment screen and defense display would cap out at 999. But everyone knew that you actually, like, by looking at the internal files, that you could actually get beyond that. And I don't remember exactly when it was. I think it was around when Adolin came out, or maybe a little bit after that. They just decided to finally uncap the display and let it display 4 digits. And with job abilities, attack power is really easy to increase because it's percentage increase. Like on Dark Knight, when we have Last Resort and Berserk on, we get plus 50% attack power. And then Warcry is like another 10 or 15 or something like that. And then Soul Eater adds direct damage based on 10% of our HP. So it's like, it's just this huge attack bonus. The kind of attack bonus that lets us get the full effect of red curry buns. Alright, Sulene, let me go back in the sea. I've got more missions to do. More cutscenes to see. More Chains of Promethea. More! More! I guess I could have, instead of taking the airship back, I could have just used the home point to warp directly into Grand Palace of Hu'Xzoi. But this is going to put us at the Auroral updraft right in front of it anyway. I mean, it's slightly slower, I guess, but... I like seeing the outside here. Although I'm going to be spending a lot of time here after I finish the storyline. Getting blue mage spells and farming organs and also, I guess, getting merits along the way. That's one of the reasons I didn't just stop and fully merit. So not only does it take a while, but you know, you get limit points and experience points just by going places and killing stuff. So, you know, I just left. I got what was important, what was like the most important stats, and then I just sort of left everything else like on a case-by-case basis. It's also why I haven't been shy about meriting job-specific merits either. Like, I guess if I was trying to be as efficient as possible, I would have done combat skills to 8 of 8 first for every combat skill, but this is not an efficient Let's Play. This is a fun Let's Play. And I'm just having fun. That's all I'm doing. In reality, there was no reason for me to farm the Sky Gods and level Synergy to augment their gear and do this at level 75 and actually have a chance at losing and whatnot. Swing! We see this cutscene every time we go in here. The Garden of Ruh'Met. Or is it like Ruh'Met? I don't know. I don't know what the apostrophes in Zillart words are supposed to mean. I'm pretty sure it's just supposed to make it look exotic. Because it does. It makes it look exotic to both... to anyone who looks at it, right? Like, it's not a common convention to put apostrophes in the middle of words. Unless it's a contraction. They went ahead without you, huh? They said they heard a voice calling them from up this way. You gotta be kidding me. They can hear that? I better find them quick. Oh, you better take this so you can wander around by yourself. Meet up with you later, Calm Wind. Should give me the amulet. Yep. And, here we have the five path thing that we gotta do. And if you remember, you know, Celtus literally just told us we gotta go and cleanse ourselves in the towers. And, it's a really simple mission, and back in the day, we did not do this mission in groups. Like, we finished the last mission, and it was, like, super late at night, and so then, like, the people that were helping us, and, like, the leader and stuff, were just like, okay, finish the next mission by yourself up until you get access to the fight, and, we'll meet, like, next weekend or whatever, or next Friday, or whatever the next day was. They're like, that we were gonna actually do missions. They're like, you know, we'll do it then, and that's how that went. And so I had to come in here by myself with like a form of re-raise, no trusts, and just sneak my way through, like carefully watching the monster patterns. And like, there's Graz in here again, and there's I think open UVs, there's the days, this guide is like extraordinarily long for this. Wait, so what do I have? Do I have to go to every tower, or do I just go to one tower? Oh, okay. So we just gotta climb one tower. And they're not labeled. But if I remember right, the eastern tower, this is Elven. The northern tower is Hume. I think this is Galka, this is Tarotaro, and this is Mithra. But I guess I could just look at the guide map that they have it labeled. That's one of the most useful things about the wiki. Okay, I had Mithra and Galka backwards. But yeah, this is Tarotaro, this is Galka, this is Elven, that's Hume, and that's Mithra. And we can't just run straight north. There's like door blocking our way that we can't go through. So we have to like go around, and there's gonna be like Zadays and stuff in our way, and Gras again. And these ones are higher level, so not that much higher in level though. Yeah, they're like 79 to 80 or something like that. The same EXP as Golems in Sky. How about that? Although I don't think they ever added any. I don't think they've ever added any like Grounds of Valor or anything to these zones. So like, you could merit here, but it wouldn't be really that advisable. Oh, our food wore off. We can eat another food if we feel like it. We don't really need to. All errands. The all errands are incredibly tough. Okay. I'm not sure if we should go left or right. I'm not sure where the obstructions in the map are. It's been too long. Okay, I guess we'll go north then. If I can, I'll try to show off the Ix-Aran Notorious monsters, as well as the jailers. I'm not sure exactly how well fighting them with trusts will go, though, because some of them have some really nasty effects, and I can't simply overcome them by like going Red Mage and subbing Dark Knight and Chainspell Sunning them. Although I think for the most part, I would be okay. Although honestly, I'd probably rather just let's see, we want to get man, all the Gras are just being open. It's kinda irritating. It could be worse though. See without food what our attack power is. 1016 with Berserk and Last Resort up. Not bad, not bad. That means that Red Curry Bun is adding quite a lot. Let's see. Yeah, 150. And then because it adds 150, it's actually, because of the percentage increase on Berserk and Last Resort, it's actually adding 225. And that's how we get to, what was it, 1241 or whatever, or 1250, whatever it was earlier, the 1200 something. Man, every one of these Gras is just not a ball. This makes me really glad I have trusts. I love the animation for Soul Eater. The only reason I wasn't a Dark Knight main back in the day is that the first time I actually seriously tried leveling Dark Knight, I got it to like level 30 and got Soul Eater, and then I didn't understand that I needed to hold back in EXP parties, otherwise I was just going to pull hate all the time and get killed. But the problem was that someone told me you don't need to use Soul Eater in EXP or whatever unless like you really need to kill it now or whatever. So I did. I didn't use Soul Eater, and the Paladin that was trying to tank, they didn't actually understand the game. Like, they didn't understand that they needed to do damage, and so man. They just had vitality rings, like a really wimpy level 30 sword with nothing on it. Like, they should have had a Centurion sword probably, but they had like a broadsword. They had like a level 2 shield. And then all their armor just had vitality on it. And so like, they couldn't hold hate at all. So that's like, there's like 2 or 3 levels before they get flash. And I don't think they had Sentinel yet either. And back then, Sentinel wasn't as good at providing enmity, it just provided damage down for the Paladin, if I remember right. It wasn't until later that they added enmity to, like a large spike of enmity to Sentinel. Although originally Sentinel did stop you from losing enmity. In addition to making you take less damage, which makes you, the less damage you take, the less enmity you lose. What the heck? Come on, let me go up the tower, please. They added in something that makes it like you lose less enmity when you have Sentinel. Like, you get a huge enmity spike, and you also lose less. So it's like this ultimate hate tool / mitigation tool. It's basically like discount invincible, more or less, because like for the first like 5 seconds you have it on, you have like 90% damage mitigation. Yeah, I remember bringing like a re-raise, I think it was an earring. It had like 10 charges. And like, basically running through here, being as careful as possible, and then anytime I actually did take aggro, I would just run straight to the elevator while being hit. And die, and then wait for the monster to go back to where it came from. And then I would just, you know, re-raise, rest to full, put re-raise back on, and continue. I guess if we only have to go to 1 tower, it's not going to be that bad. I thought we were going to have to go to all 5. For some reason, I remember having to go to all 5. But, guess we'll see. Oh, he aggroed again. I say we as if you're playing with me, and as if, like, you have any influence on me aggroing stuff. Okay, I get it. There's a text prompt that stops you. Instead of just bringing it up, it's a text prompt first. That's kind of annoying. I think each tower has like 4 or 5 floors or something, but I don't really fully remember. Oh look, there's Graws that are in human shape, like the NM we fought. He's spinning pretty slowly, so I think we can just get on by him. The faster they spin, the harder they are to dodge. And you notice there's quasi-lumens around the area again as well. And they give you little tidbits, as well as you talk to all 10 of them, and you get the map for the area. But, if I remember right, the only sea map that I actually deigned to get back in the day was the outdoor map. And the maps for the inside, I just, whenever I came to sea, I would just open I played on PS2 back in the day, and I played on PS2 until like 2012. I would just have my desktop computer open to the wiki map, and I would just use the wiki maps to see where to go. Because like the wiki maps are all labeled too. Like the one I'm looking at on the wiki right now, it actually has direct paths to every tower on the ground floor, like already outlined. It's like this is the fastest way to go to get to this elevator. And looks like I took a different route, but it's whatever. Oh, this looks fancy. It's really bright in here too. Wonder if water was supposed to be around this thing at some point. And in the center we have an Ebon panel, and it's like got like an energy around like a box or something. It looks kind of like the Eye of Altana box, except larger. Lady Evenwhile, I wanted to let you know. We who are bound in darkness are soothed by your light. You can never know how grateful. With the whisper of the soul, I could have conveyed my thoughts to you completely. Perfection. I should be the one to attain perfection. I am the one who should lead the imperfect masses. Why does the betrayer ascend to a higher form while I remain flawed and incomplete? Tell me, what terrible folly have I perpetrated? Was this act so irreversible? No, my path has been true. It is the incomplete world that is in error. No, it's the children who are wrong. Yes, this world and the adult gods who created it have committed an unforgivable sin. Lord Promathia, what do you want from us? What do you want from this world? That's it, isn't it? This incomplete world exists for the sake of imperfection. That explains our existence, but I do not, will not. He said it exists for the sake of imperfection, but like... Oh, that's right. This is how we get our light back. The light from the mother crystals. These towers are connected to the mother crystals. And we lost the light of Vazel, which is the Hume light or whatever. Oh, hey, look, it's an Eye of Altana. Man, I'm good. I didn't even remember that an Eye of Altana was inside. Yeah, we got our light of Vazel back. And I guess if you go to the other towers, they don't do anything to you. We didn't lose all of our light though, so yeah, we got all the light. Glow represents the compassion radiating from your heart. The hope radiating from your heart, the trust radiating from your heart, justice radiating from your heart, courage radiating from your heart. Okay, cool. Let's see. Where do I go now? The key items are race-specific. Light of Mia is from the Elven, Light of Dim is from the Mithra, Light of Olla is from the Tarataru, Light of Vazel is from the Humes, Light of Alteu is from the Galka. Interesting, I guess. Any race can check any tower to get the first cutscene with Nagmalata, but after that, only characters of the corresponding race can check it a second time to get the key item and the title, Warrior of the Crystal. Well, we got Warrior of the Crystal. After obtaining the light and title, you need to proceed to the elevator in H8 in the center of the Garden of Ruh'Met. The large light blue-green dot maps, blah blah blah, blibbity blibbity blue. So now we just gotta go back down and go straight south. Since we're in the northern tower, we just get to go straight south. Which stuff is probably respawned at this point. But we'll be okay, maybe. I wonder why they're not showing up on red dots on our radar. Maybe it has to do with what job we're on. Get fucked, you damn pot. All's a day. And these things will also be easier to get by if you have enhanced movement speed. So, like, if you don't want to fight as much as I am, you can probably bring, like, sprinter shoes, or, like, do it on Ninja, if you got the Ninja AF feat. Of course, that would only work at night. But you could also, like, I don't know, buy some Herald Skaters for, like, a mage job, or, I don't know, make love to club. Oh, and I missed 2 attacks in a row, because of course I did. Because I'm about to get TP to weapon skill. Couldn't have you doing that, player. 3 attacks in a row. Can we make it 4? Oh, and by now I don't even need a weapon skill anymore. Jesus Christ. I swear, it literally drives me insane sometimes, the way this game, like, will just... What's it? Like, it's not cuckold, right? I mean, it's kind of similar. Like, it'll hold things just out of reach. Like, when you're about to reach them, it'll just be like, nah, you can't have that, you know. Nah, you lose, you know. Like, it's been like that. That always feels so much worse in this game. Like, every game has the capacity to do that if there's potential for, like, a failure state. Like, you could barely lose and, you know, have, like, done the whole fight and, like, wasted, like, an hour of your life or whatever. But, like, I don't know, it just always feels so much worse in this game just because of how often it happens. I like how the patterns in the elevators are the same as the pattern of the teleporters in Sky. Matter transferal units. How about that? How advanced? I guess the pots stay dead for a good long while. And man, that poison from decayed filament did a number on my truss. Looking at the bottom right hand corner at their HP. And they're still taking poison ticks. Woo-wee. That's bad. Might be a good idea to just stop and see if they'll regenerate. Man, they are dying. I don't think anything in here aggro's magic or anything like that, so I don't think you gotta worry about that. But man, I think Shikaruzi's gonna just straight up die. And we gotta get past these 4 pots. And, or kill them all. And yeah, it looks like Shikaruzi's just toast. With justice not on my side. Yeah, it looks like Tenzin's about to be toast too. know what, Tenzin? I'll just spare you the shame. Man, it's been a while since I saw poison kill something in this game. Although I guess technically I killed Gimbu once with poison, but whatever. Now we could try to just sneak by them. They all spin really slowly, so you're intended to sneak by them. So I guess I'll try that first. But if okay, that wasn't so bad. And there's a home point crystal right here. Well, that's good to have, because if we like open this door and go through it, we can open it and go through it one way to leave, but we can't. We have to go all the way around and sneak past the pots again currently. So we want to go up. And I think we just go up again. You missed some vital key that will grant you access to the highest level. Choose ascend. After the ride, the battlefield will be on the floor above you, but not accessible. Optional. The nearby Quasi-Lumen will explain to you to get 2 key items, Brand of Dawn and Brand of Twilight, to access the 3rd floor. Brand of Twilight is to the south, and the Brand of Twilight, or the Brand of Dawn is to the north. Obtain the 2 brands along with 2 cutscenes. Okay, so we gotta like actually run through yet more of this place to go to get these brands. That's what I remember. That must be what I'm thinking of. You have to go. You had to go to your specific tower by yourself, and then you had to go and get the brands rather than the other lights. You had to go get brands to use the elevator. It's amazing how much there is to this and how much I forgot. Oh, there's a Grau that's gonna aggro. Would you just whip the weapon out, please, and attack it? Thank you. Swing. Can't go that way, so what? Gotta... That's a balcony, that's a balcony, and that's a balcony. So how the fuck am I supposed to go to that brand? Oh, right. Okay. So there's all sorts of broken, like, I guess it's not broken, it's like, I don't know, solidified emptiness or something that's like distorting the palace itself or something that gets in our way. It looks like, you know, I don't know, fractal, like a fractal mixed with a spider web exploded. And you actually have to, like, I think talk to Quasi-Lumens or something that warp you to other Quasi-Lumens that let you go to the brands. Something like that. It's something like that. Let's see. Oh, okay. No, it's just a dimensional rift. Is it gonna kill our trusts? I think it might kill our trust. I think that just counted as zoning. Yep, killed our trusts. Okay. Well, we don't necessarily need them. We want them because I have no desire to stealth Fortunately, after that, at least for the Brand of Dawn, the way looks pretty simple. Cut and dry. Even if we have to aggro and fight a few things. But looks like mostly errands, so guess we're okay. The errand notorious monsters that are down here, they're actually killable by like 2 or 3 people at 75. They're not really that hard, but because they pop the jailers, like they're related to jailers, and they had those capes. Competition for them was like super fierce, and I don't think we'd have run into anyone looking for those capes nowadays, because I'm pretty sure there's better capes available from like everything. But technically, those capes could still be used at item level, because capes count as an accessory piece. Cape, belt, necklace, both rings, both earrings, and the ammo slot. None of those actually count towards item level, as far as I am aware. Okay, that wasn't much of a cutscene, but we got the Brand of Dawn. Cool beans, cool beans. And now we just go back the way we came, and it looks like... Yeah, it looks like we'll have to, I don't think we can just cut across this way. I don't think we can, but I'll check it out, because... Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of dead ends and balconies again. Sad for me. Whoa! Okay, so we got 2 fast spinning pots over there. Oh, no, they're all aggroing. Okay, whatever. We'll kill you. We'll kill you all. It's fine. It'll be fine. Like I said, I don't think they actually count as Arcana, but I'm going to do it anyway. Light skill chain. If we could have Shantato too, she would have bursted already twice. That thing would be dead. Frost Reaper! Tendon seeming kind of weak. So, security pots, do you still want to think that fighting me is fun? Man, whenever he does a Matsu Tsukikage, like, that's the bee's knees. Sealed by a mysterious force, but oh come on, I killed all the pots. I killed all the pots. It should cause it to reopen. That's gay. Whatever. I'll just go back the way I was supposed to be going, before I stumbled. Wait, is that... I guess I could see where that takes me. but I don't think that's the way I came or the way I want to go. There's just one of these maps has some pink dots that are relatively close to that position. There we go. And we'll figure it out. Okay. This video's going on a little over long. Hopefully I can get the next brand. Because if I get the next brand, I can just warp out and come back, and then I can do that next time. We're like violently close to the end of Chains of Promathia. This is the second to last mission we're on, and then the final mission is just a bunch of cutscenes and the final fight, and then which comes with more cutscenes, and I believe a wait until Japanese midnight. For the reward, which is a really good ring choice for level 75. Although one of the ring choices is a pretty damn good ring all the way into item level times. Although there are other rings that far surpass it these days. But not by so much that like it sucks. It's just by enough that, you know, whenever you see someone wearing it, you're like, oh, they haven't gotten the good rings yet, you know. They're just chilling with, making do with what they got. These rooms is where the, I want to say, Ix Dragoon Aaron spawns. And I think it's like placeholder off of the Awe Airns that are in each of those rooms. And part of Link Shell event used to be running in circles in this on this floor, just killing Airns for hours until you got an Ix Dragoon. Although I remember my friend Dadjo came down here with another Black Mage. I had a friend named Josiant who played Black Mage Thief and possibly Samurai occasionally, but I only remember him ever being on Thief and Black Mage. He'd come down here on Black Mage with one of his friends who wasn't in our Link Shell, and he would farm the Ix Airns in his own time outside of event, and then keep the drops himself and either sell them or use them. Like he was actually in it at first for the cape, but his friend convinced him that, you know, since he was doing it on his own time, you know, like there was no reason he had to just give the stuff over to his Link Shell. The only trouble with that line of thinking was Dadjo was an officer, and so when the other officers saw him with, you know, pop items in his bazaar, it looked like to them that he was selling stuff that we'd gotten from event, which he wasn't. At least he said it wasn't. And he was more than capable with his friend of duoing Ix Dragoon. Like, the procedure for fighting it was like you'd nuke it a bunch, and then when it got close enough to you, you would jump into one of the teleporters and put bio on it, and then it would de-aggro you, and you'd rest your MP up, and it wouldn't despawn because it had the bio effect on it, which would last for like, oh, I'm glad I didn't actually hit that. I forgot my trusts are finito. Okay. Yeah, he he had like killed it several times too. He'd killed it enough times to get the cape from it for him and his friend, and they kept camping it together because it was an easy way for them to make a cool like 2 million every time they killed it or something, because they could sell the pop item from anywhere from like 3 to 4 million at the time. And I think that was how much they were making. And he was trying to build his own like Mandao relic for Thief, so like he was all on board with getting money in his free time. But our Link Shell leaders, like, they hated him for it. They went absolutely postal on him. They're just like, you can't do that. You can't do that. If you kill any notorious monsters related to Althea, you have to give us the pop items. You have to, you know, basically be our slave. Even when it's not Link Shell event time. And it's just like, you know, he disagreed. And, you know, saying it that way, I also disagree. You know, if the leaders wanted to get the benefits from doing that, they could do it in their free time as well. Alright, Brand of Twilight. Got all the brands. Cool beans. Okay, so, since we're almost at the 2-hour mark, I'm just going to go ahead and stop. And, next time we will come back in and do the next fight, and we'll get some cutscenes, and then we'll do the final fight for Chains of Promathia. So please look forward to it. I don't know if I'll be able to show off the complete ending, because dicks. No, but actually because God, suddenly I'm burping a lot. Like I said, there's a Japanese midnight wait, which is like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. my time. And there's also a lot of travel, including traveling to Pergo Norgo Island again, just for finishing up cutscenes. So we gotta deal with that damn mana clipper again as well. But anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day. And we'll kill the final bosses of Chains of Promathia next time.